In reference to my mother and father's estates and trust funds that these people have been blocking me from all these years, they have to get charged for financial attempts of murder. This is a financial hostage crime against government holding me hostage, and the activity of government misrepresenting the laws and trying to cater their actions with their manipulations where they're trying to cover up their crimes. That is a violation of ethics in office. But, in reference to these people stealing monies that people had sent to me from my mother and father's companies or from like a human rights office or Jewish office or Catholic offices or churches or embassies, these people have stolen it all. I haven't received it. It's never touched my hands. If anybody has sent anything that these, any checks or credit cards or monies, it's never touched my hands. These people stole it every time. And they're using impersonators. And my identity is the most documented identity in American history. It's on TV 24 hours a day. Their impersonator's identity is not in the royal protocol. It's just my identity only. And who my parents are and grandparents and family history is documented too. But the royal protocol is my identity. First world country royalty information. And in reference to these government people and their tricks, these people have stolen monies, and then they tried to claim that they thought they were borrowing money. No, I'm not allowed to loan the government nothing. Ever. Not allowed to loan government nothing. They're not allowed to ask me for nothing either. Do you understand that? It even says that on Treasury documents and Supreme Court documents too. So in reference to the government stealing monies from me or blocking me from my money, or them stealing sperm or genetics and artificially inseminating people of their race, that's illegal too. That's people trying to gold dig, people trying to steal estates. That's estate fraud. That's human trafficking too. But in reference to these government people and the activity of them stealing the monies that people have tried to send to me, these people try to call it something else. I'm not allowed to fund or a campaign for a politician. You understand that? So in reference to any politician that stole any monies from me, or they used monies that other people had stole from me and my parents, that's violations of illegal campaign contributions, where they had stolen monies and they called it and titled it differently to cover it up, as they were washing monies that they stole from me and my parents and the companies of my mother and father and family history. So in reference to these government people and their tricks and manipulations, they must get charged for fraud. Their activities and their crimes and manipulations and their accusations, they're blocking me from everything. But then they're claiming they don't know who I am. But when they stole sperm and artificially inseminated females with stolen sperm after they had injured me and stole sperm, they claim they still didn't know who I am. But then they tried to claim that those stolen children, they thought they were my children. See, in reference to my mother and father's estates, they slandered my character. When they had stolen children, they'll say they knew who I am, but then they don't know how they got those stolen children when they injured me and stole sperm. I don't donate sperm. Not allowed to. I don't sell sperm either. So you need to go to court. I don't sell eggs either. So your government agent needs to go into court. I'm a royal. See, it's different than a common person could do. I can't do those types of things. So everybody's going to get prosecuted for their tricks. And in reference to the government and their manipulations and their activity of stealing things and slandering my character, who the fuck would ever want to be friends with anybody like that? The way they slandered my parents? Oh, and another thing. In reference to people that I ever talk to, they're supposed to be briefed on the information of the royal protocol, of who I am and who my parents are. I'm not supposed to talk to anybody that doesn't know who I am. Meaning, like, everybody is supposed to know who I am. Like, when I went to the unemployment office today, they didn't know who my parents are. They didn't even know my birth name. That's violations of government. They were supposed to brief everybody on the information and who I am and what the circumstances of this situation is and what's been going on. Like if I went to a job, somebody is supposed to go to that job and then brief everybody on the situation. Because I'm the only child of my parents. There's somebody supposed to be doing that. The Treasury was supposed to be doing things like that too, but they've never done nothing like that for me. Even though some of them was paid to do that. Right? Wasn't some of them on a certain payroll or somewhere? Lots of things of importance. But in reference to these government people and their tricks and manipulations and abuses, I don't have nothing to do with those people. And look how many people there are. Look how many hundreds of people there are trying to steal from me. And what race and religion they are. And what political families they're tied to. Don't forget, there's a hate club list of some of these political families, which they know they have no right staring at me with a satellite or ever trying to get in contact with me in any way. Lots of things of importance. I haven't received anything in the postal mail or any monies if anybody sent any or any gift cards or traveler's checks or anything. I haven't received nothing if anybody sent anything. And if anybody tried to wire money into my account, it never showed up. So if anybody ever tried to wire money into one of my accounts, it's never been on there. These people have been stealing everything. And my mother at one time tried to send me a new car through the U.S. Postal Service. It never showed up. Somebody needs to do a background on that to see if they can locate where that car went. It's like an expensive car. It was like $100,000+ car or something. Maybe somebody could research that information. And, these people are slandering my character, calling me a bad person when they're blocking me from my friends, blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. It's like they're trying to play captivity games and then making up lies saying that they didn't like me when they're the ones that kidnapped me, the ones that stole from me. And the government claims they don't know who they are, but these people are always complaining about something when I don't ever hang out with none of them and I don't associate with none of them. I've not received any compensation from any of the abuses at all. And the government's trying to cover it up, seeing the lawsuits get even bigger and larger. Each and every second of every fucking day, the lawsuits go up every time they're touching, every time they're violating. And there's late fees on those violations of government in those court cases. Timeline of information. How long it takes to prosecute somebody. How long does it take to settle a court case in court? The due process is very serious. Something taking too long means there's somebody dragging their feet or somebody's illegally taking bribes and they're violating my rights as an American. Those people need to go into court.